You know, how did you do last night during the storm?
You know, we closed at 10, so I don't think the storm really hit us. But it wasn't raining when I left, so
Yeah.
I know when I got back because it's such an old building. We had a little bit of leaks, so
Oh, no way.
I knew it hit Strawberry Hill pretty hard. But
When
I
you
got
saw
home,
you saw the leaks this morning?
yeah,
Or when
it's
you-
just
when
little
you-
leaks. It just it's a 100-year-old building, so it's just all
Right.
these small little water leaks everywhere.
Yeah, 100 years old. Really,
It's over 100. Yeah,
Do you own the building or lease it?
trying to own it. I lease
Okay.
it. So if
You're
the
leasing it, yeah.
owner is listening, I want to buy.
Definitely. Yeah, good luck to you on
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that storm last night. It was kind of weird because it didn't come yet. We lost power here about 1, 2 in the morning,
Uh-huh.
but the storm hadn't hit yet.
Yeah.
So how does that work? I mean, how?
It's probably because of winds.
So
Yeah.
it was windy
It's
last
supposed
night.
to be like
It was
75.
super windy.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I got home and passed out, and I didn't even know it stormed.
Yeah.
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 It was like music putting you to sleep.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah. It was pretty crazy because we wake up this morning, or it was 2 in the morning. We wake up. Sandy gets out of bed, all right, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I hear guys talking." Like, what do you
That
mean?
ain't a good
I'm
sign.
like, and then I realized, okay, the alarm clock is not on.
Uh-huh.
You know, and usually there's lights downstairs where I can see everything's off. And she says, "We lost power," and there's guys outside walking around in the street. So I get up, I go outside or go down to the steps, look outside, and there's power trucks all up and down this street. There's guys walking around with their hard hats and flashlights. So I'm like, man, I wonder if they're in the backyard. So I come to the kitchen, look out, and I swear to you, I've had nightmares or dreams about this shit. That people just walking through my backyard
Yeah.
for no reason. I mean, and during the dreams, it's like no reason.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm staring at this, and there's a guy walking across the backyard. He's on the opposite side of the fence, but my gate is open. So now I'm thinking, this is a freaking dream. I'm just standing here watching people mess around, and he's rolling this big old line, and he comes into my backyard, and he's in behind the shed. So I got one of them power, whatever transformer, whatever it is, above ground. So he's back there. Then I look over my neighbor's yard. There's 3 guys just walking around. These flashlights are just going, crazy. There's 2 transformers in their backyard. And I was like, man, this is a dream. I'm having a fever dream right now. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, I did, like I said, I didn't hear the storm, but no, I didn't think about the winds. But sometimes you can hear the wind, hitting the house, or but like you said, you're passed
I was
out.
knocked out. Yeah.
You-
I woke up. I literally just got to work. I was like, oh shit, it must have rained last night.
Yeah, you don't watch the news first thing in the morning, or you just
Nah, I wake up, get the kids ready for school, get them to school,
yeah.
and then I head to the shop. But then I'll be there about 8:45. Then I go to the gym, and then about 9:30 I'll come back, and then time to clean and get the
Yeah.
shop ready.
What time's the shop open?
10.
10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Man, people come in.
People come in. Sometimes I have people waiting. At
Seriously?
10. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, do you make coffee for them, or do they bring their?
Oh, no, they can do that. That's
Guys,
just-
people walk in with the thermos.
Oh, yeah. And then we got a coffee maker and all that stuff. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so they can make their coffee.
Yeah, a lot of people that come in, they'll either get their morning smoke or they'll just come in to work and stuff. So
That's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of like you see at liquor stores too. Sometimes
yeah.
sometimes there's
some
guys.
people fiending. For it.
Sometimes there's guys waiting for the liquor store to open. I don't even know what time liquor stores open. Is there?
I think 10 or 11.
Is it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it's early.
I think earlier than that.
Yeah, it's probably
'Cause
9.
They probably start getting deliveries and stuff.
Well, when you were at Pitt, I mean, you used to work at.
Probably like 8 or 9.
Nah, and people
Yeah.
would come in
Oh, yeah.
just to get ready for the night, or just start.
No, to start. Yeah,
Right.
to get their regular morning wake up or whatever the hell they had to get. Yeah.
Oh man! All right. Well, let's go ahead and say hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. Oh! Thank you very much. I am your host, Big Mod. I got my nephew Jose in with us, and also Chris running the board. San should be down sometime shortly. But you know what? Before we start, Chris, before I go ahead and intro our guest, can you go ahead and play our sponsor reach, please? This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto, no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
G. Ochoa. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest for the evening. Mr. Mike Simmons is in the house.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, look at some applause there. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. So how we doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm doing all right. Still here, still kicking, enjoying this weather for the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't put my freaking winter coat away. Have you?
Oh no, I don't trust the weather until it gets to July.
You know, we were just in St. Joe over the weekend, and my daughter, she plays soccer for Johnson County Community College, and they had a soccer game that morning.
Mm-hmm.
It was about 45, 50, cloudy. No, it wasn't raining, which was good. I think it was raining here when we left that day, but yeah, I went up to St. Joe, watched a soccer game, got in contact with Devin Ashley.
Yeah, Devin's good people.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was here.
Yeah,
He was
saw
here
that.
one day. Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I tried to communicate with him, but he had things going on. I'm like, that's cool. But anyway, how far away are you from the studio? Not too far. A couple miles.
From like where I live,
Yeah.
from the shop.
Either or.
Oh, I live out west, like the Legend, so it's like
Oh, okay.
it's like a 20-minute drive to work. Ain't bad. I mean, I was a cop for 15 years, and so
Yeah.
the shop's like a block away from where I used to
From
work.
where you used
so
to work.
It's the same old drive I used to make. So.
Speaking of that, okay, so you remember seeing that building probably quite a bit, right?
Oh,
Driving
a lot.
through there?
Yeah.
What was it at the time? Do you remember?
I don't remember where it was when I was driving by it a lot, but I guess I never really paid attention.
Yeah.
The first time I really noticed the building was probably, I don't say, probably 6-7 years ago, and I was like, what is this place?
Yeah.
And then I think at the time when I was like walking by it and noticed it, I think it was like a photography studio. Because I knew a guy lived out of there and he had his like photo studio there, and I think that's what it was.
Was this the guy that used to park his car in there? Right.
I think so. Yeah.
Because that garage door.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the door that's on there now? Is that still the original one?
Yeah.
Or did you have to? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Knock on wood. I ain't trying to replace that thing.
No, that looks. Yeah, it looks like a good
Is
door.
there a history to the building?
Yeah.
Like
So
the city got one, or
it used to be a funeral home back in the day. Like I'm talking, we know like 1920 is when like the prints, like the earliest we can get them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was built before that. But it used to be a funeral home, like Skrasky's that's across the street, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but this is what I've been told. So Skrasky's
You're in front of a microphone. Everything you say is true.
No, everything. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But it used to be where I am now, and then like so where I am, like it used to be like the carriage house for the horses, and then next door at Fat Matt's used to be the funeral home.
Oh wow!
And so it used to be all connected, and like downstairs at the Fat Matt's was where like the incinerator is, where they burn the bodies, and then my basement is like where they like brought the bodies in. So, yeah.
Oh, we're
Little
definitely
creepy
definitely
stuff.
gonna get into
Yeah.
that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh heck yeah. Born and raised in KCK.
Yeah, born and raised all my life.
Where about?
So I always grew up out west. So I used to live right off 78th until I was about 5 years old. My dad moved us out west, out in Piper. Don't hold that against me.
Okay. Again, you're in front of a mic. Yeah. Do you remember your childhood well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love growing up in Whatnot County.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite place. Like I've been all across the country, traveling and stuff like that. And there's nothing like Wyandotte County because I think we got to be the only county with our own shirts, like dot proud.
Oh man, you know what? I think so because, yeah, I own a T-shirt, a sweatshirt, a hoodie.
Everything.
You
And
know?
then I don't know. Do you know our slogan? The Wyandotte County slogan. It's not for amateurs, and I think that fits us very well.
I know. I never heard
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Is it-
Look it up. It's I promise you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I've never heard of that. Man, but I wonder when that logo come around, when the dot.
I don't know. I believe the people at Varsity Sports.
Yeah, I know they're the ones
Started
who.
it, yeah.
Okay, but they're the ones that started.
It's got to be in the early '90s or late '90s because that's when I start seeing it and everybody start wearing the stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, everybody still wears it.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
It's
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. And I think you own hats, shirts, everything.
Oh yeah.
The
yeah.
tat. No,
Not yet. It's coming. I gotta finish my sleeve. So
oh, okay.
I got it on my list of things I want.
things-
Dot Proud is on there.
Oh man, that's pretty good. Siblings?
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
you got?
Oh shoot.
Is there quite a bit of you guys?
Yeah. I got. I'm gonna get this wrong. I got too many siblings. I got 2 brothers and about 5 or 6 sisters.
Okay.
I got a lot of halves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with them or?
Yeah. So I grew up with. I had an older sister I grew up with and a younger sister I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
We had the same mom and dad, and
Okay.
then I grew up like after about 10, 11 years old. I met my brother, and then that's when. So I grew up with that core group. I had
Okay.
2 sisters, and my brother, and then like afterwards, I started meeting more siblings. My
Okay.
dad just
You're
got around a little bit.
Another one. Oh, another one.
yeah,
You're like, oh, hey, we were friends back in the day.
yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys do for fun? That's the Sibs.
Oh man, it fought. That's I guess what we did for fun.
Yeah.
Never got along. Never got along until we got older.
Yeah.
But
I know,
I
right?
mean,
That's-
no, we've we're like normal brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, just always fight. I still give them shit every time I see them. So,
That's cool.
oh yeah,
That's cool. Kind of remind me. I was listening to Shay Shay today, Shannon
Mm-hmm.
Sharps, and he had in Damon Wayans.
yeah, I saw that.
Did you watch that
Yeah.
one?
I saw a little bit. I didn't see all of it.
Yeah, same here. I got through half of it.
Mhm.
It's funny.
Oh,
That
yeah.
guy is his stories are so good, and they're, the way they just grew up.
Mm-hmm.
He said they weren't rich. They made it. Dad had 3 jobs, and and the beatings they used to get when it's funny. It's good. Definitely gotta finish listening to it. Yeah. What do you remember doing fun as a kid?
I was always being outside.
Yeah.
That was my bread and butter, man.
Yeah.
That's my whole outside. I mean, that's my whole life as a kid was being outside. I always wanted to be outside.
Yeah. Did you have
playing with friends. And
Did you have the
doing sports.
same street light?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The street light comes
Yeah.
on. It's getting
Be
dark.
home
It's-
be home like when it gets dark.
Yeah.
Right when it gets dark, you ask when to be at home.
Yeah. Were you a good kid or a bad kid?
I was a good kid. It's because
But you hung out with
my
the...
siblings were bad, so
They're the-
I was the good kid.
Okay.
I learned from them not to be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. You learn not to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Do you still see some of these kids? Did you have friends? Let me ask you that. Like friends back in the neighborhood?
Oh yeah. And I mean, my core group of friends, I got about 10 or 12 really good friends that we've all been friends since like 7 or 8 years old.
And
yeah.
still to this day.
Still to this day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we try to go out to eat once a month, and
Okay.
I mean, we all still hang out. We got a real tight group.
Yeah. No, that's good. I think that's something that we should all cherish. I have friends also that actually they have their own businesses and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we see each other and hang out, like you said, and sometimes I just got to shoot out a text. Hey, let's go have dinner. Or let's do something, and then share stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's was there a neighborhood spot that you guys would hang out at?
I mean, not real. I mean, I grew up out west, so back then there wasn't nothing out there but farmland and a couple neighborhoods. I just really hung out in the neighborhood. There was a little gas station called Kay's Corner that we used to always go to.
Yeah.
It's like a liquor store now, but we used to always go there, ride our bikes, and just hang out. I mean, we just play basketball, play baseball. I didn't really go nowhere. Just
It wasn't too far from the house.
No, I mean, it's probably an hour bike ride. It was probably a 2-minute drive. I mean, you know,
Okay.
little 5-8-year-old kids trying to drive or ride a bike.
Red bike, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the bike you had? Did you have a favorite bike? I guess I
Oh
should
no,
have.
I don't remember the bike. I know I had a little Huffy.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Huffy
Yeah.
Huffy
Oh, yeah.
was the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, having bikes, multiple bikes, because we would tear them apart
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of just make your own.
Yeah, I would always get the hand-me-down bikes. So
Yeah, oh, yeah.
my dad would just bring home a bike like, hey, it was used, but you need a new bike. I'm like, all right, whatever gets me to point A to point B.
Right. So in my family, it was only my sister and I. There was only two of us, and we're 9 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I was the spoiled one. All my cousins say, "Oh yeah, you were the spoiled one." Well, I was the only one for a good 9 years, right?
You just said bikes plural. That's spoiled.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, that was as I got older, though. Like, my very first bike, my dad bought me, I think I was 9 years old, and it was a chopper. So I had the coolest bike.
Oh yeah.
You know, you had the handlebar, up high, and that thing was hard to ride because the front wheel would just shake. You had to learn how to stabilize it. And, and it's crazy because I can actually remember when we bought it, there was a store. It was called Toy City.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember this. And it was right off of Metcalf. You know where the Target is, right in Mission.
Mm-hmm.
It was right there. It was before Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Toy City.
Toy City.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was like the coolest place to be, and just running through this toy store. But yeah, I remember that. I remember that bike. So yeah, that's why I asked if you remember. I mean, yeah, not too many people remember vaguely what kind of bike they had, but you remember it was a Huffy.
I remember that. Yeah.
See, I can't remember what brand my bike was, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's good stuff, man. That so like you said, your friends that you hang out with, are these some of these friends? I know you have a nice little club that you guys get together, smoke cigars and whatnot.
No, I didn't
No.
start smoking cigars till. I mean, yeah, like later on, like now we all smoke cigars, but yeah, I didn't start smoking cigars till.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if any of those kids were, as you guys got older, and then
I didn't really get introduced to cigars until I graduated the academy back in 2012.
oh really?
Yeah, I got my first cigar. It was like a celebratory thing. I didn't know what I was getting. I was just like, yeah, I'll pick a couple up.
I know, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I did the same thing, but I would get sick. I didn't know how to smoke them.
I just knew not to inhale. That's the only thing I knew about cigars.
And I think I learned that the hard way. Man, one time I smoked once, I guess I was inhaling because it got me so sick that my head was on fire, my brain was hot. Oh, it was horrible. It was
So
horrible.
you can get that with inhaling, but you also could get like sick like that if you get too much like a strong one and get you kind of sick.
Yeah, see,
if you're not used to that.
right. I mean, I used to just order them, and this was probably early 30s when I started myself, and I would just find a cigar shop, or not even anywhere. I'd go online and order, and then they'd send you like a 12-pack of different ones for you to try. I couldn't even tell the difference on what was what. I was just smoking
Just smoking whatever.
smoking away. You remember your first cigar?
First one? No.
But then we had those cigars that people would hand you when they had a baby boy.
Oh yeah, those are the cheap like $2 cigars. Yeah, don't smoke those.
Yeah.
Those sample packs might have been early days though too. You would get some decent name brand ones in there. Like,
Well, yeah, but,
it
I
wasn't
mean-
trash. You just had to make yourself like it or move
I
on
know,
with
but
it.
back then when I was ordering, I was like, okay, I don't know where this came from. We didn't Google. I didn't Google back then. Didn't know how to get how to find how to
Probably
find
at
these.
that point, maybe like Cohiba was the only one that you would even know to reference. And
I know,
that's it,
right?
You know,
They're still
than
around,
Any of
yeah.
the others, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to your childhood sports, were you an athlete?
Yeah. So I was basketball, football, and track. Those are 3 sports I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I did basketball, football from the time I was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I did both those sports.
Okay.
Tried baseball once, didn't like it. Like, I played one game. I was like, this ain't me.
Wait, what? Okay, what was it about baseball that you didn't
It's
like?
actually T-ball, so I didn't even get to
Oh,
baseball.
damn, okay.
I still
So
I don't
you-
know. I just didn't like it. It's just what my sport.
Wow, usually it's like, oh, I didn't like to stand up there at the plate and afraid to get hit.
Nah,
You
I-
didn't like it because the T-ball was up.
No, I think it was just the fact that because I was playing like when I was like 5 or 6, and I wasn't very good. Didn't know how to catch. Didn't know how to hit. I was like, this isn't fun for me.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
standing around
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Ball's
And I
not
was like,
coming
this
to
is
you.
not fun.
Yeah.
Like, where do I get to hit somebody? Or what, this is not fun. So I remember playing one game, and I'm sure I cried to my parents. I was like,
Yeah.
please get me out of this thing.
The sports, like in the neighborhood sports, you guys would play basketball, football.
Yeah, and then I
whatever.
would play baseball too in the neighborhood. It was fun then because I could hit a tennis ball like a mile. Like, let's do that. I don't want to hit this baseball.
Did you guys play with wooden bats or the aluminum or
I
the
would play with whatever bats we can get. Yeah.
even if it was a broomstick, whatever.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, and then football, we just find a yard and play in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Fun
there
time.
a spot that you guys would play baseball? That
We-
eventually you guys tore
in
up
baseball?
somebody's yard.
in baseball, we would play in the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
So we just kind of made a little makeshift
Makes
like
it
baseball
bases.
field, and then even if there was like 3 of us, you have ghost runners. You hit
Oh yeah,
it,
the
ghost runner
runner.
on first.
Yeah.
Then you go back and like, all right, I'm hitting second.
Did you ever change it up to kickball?
We played kickball a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we played all kinds of sports. We were kids playing. I mean, outside playing all the time. We were always doing something.
Were you that top athlete of the kids, or was there
What's
there one
funny
that?
about that is I didn't become like a really good athlete until high school.
Oh really?
Like I was on B team everything in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and like even when I was growing up playing basketball and football, I was never very good. I was okay, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't hit like when it like hit me where I knew I was like pretty damn good was about freshman year when I played in football and basketball and I made varsity in both sports.
Oh nice.
That's when it kind of clicked for me. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Growing up, I mean, I was good, but it wasn't like I wasn't a perennial athlete.
Yeah,
But then when I got to high school, I was pretty damn good.
So I mean, what was cool about to me. So here's I don't think I've ever told this story, but in 8th grade, you had 8th graders who played A team and B team.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you have maybe 3 or 4, or no, maybe 2 or 3 that would play on the B team, and the rest on the A team,
Yeah.
right? And so I remember making the team, but then I didn't figure out why the coach said he wanted to move me down to the B team instead of playing on the A team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then then I had to ask him, like, I thought I was kind of like a demotion, but he was like, no, he goes, if I can have an 8th grader play on the B team and you can play all you want.
Yeah.
He said, if you play on the A team with, whatever coach, you may not play at all.
Mm-hmm.
You may play half. You may play a quarter. He goes, I'd rather have you play down here and help with the 7th graders.
Mm-hmm.
That was perfect. Because I didn't come out. I stayed in every
Yeah.
game. And we lost to Coronado.
Look at you still remember who you lost to.
Yes, because it hurt. Because we went, I don't know if it was 10 games, 9 games, but we lost that one against Coronado. They took City. I think back then it was City, not State. It was City. And yeah, we lost to them. And that was probably the first time I felt like heartbroken after losing the game. And I think it was like maybe on the free throw line they beat us, and we had to try to throw a buzzer beater to win it. It was one of those. But Coronado, and I've never liked Coronado.
It's like my 8th grade loss.
I
never got over it.
don't think Coronado's even there anymore.
I don't even know. I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe the school's there, but I don't think
Yeah.
they're
I don't
Coronado.
think that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you played sports middle school, and then you went to where'd you go to middle school?
A Piper. I was a Piper from kindergarten on.
So Piper is kindergarten
Kindergarten through
middle-
high school. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they all in the same? I didn't even know this. Are they all like in the same vicinity or?
Yeah. I mean, they're not very far from each other. Like, so when I was there, it was elementary school, which was like the old, like 1901 high school that they turned to elementary school.
Wow.
And that had K through 3. And then they built a new middle school, and that had, it was K through 2. And then the middle school, or the other elementary school had 3 to 5th. And then the middle school had 6 to 8. And then the high school had freshman to senior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the sports you played in middle school were.
Just basketball and football. I didn't do track until high school.
Very
Okay.
quick. Coronado's not around anymore.
Oh, okay. What is it now?
It's Gloria Willis Middle School. They merged with West Middle School.
Wow. So
Oh,
just called
West.
something different.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So you can't even go and like shit on him as an adult. You
I can still talk
gotta
about
live
it.
with it now.
I
Yeah.
can still talk about it, but it didn't mean anything. Oh man. And so you say you played football all 4 years, and you started at high school.
Varsity. Yeah.
Yeah. What
football.
position did you play?
Linebacker.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Were you the same size now?
Oh
or-
no, I was about 100 pounds lighter.
yeah?
Yeah, I'm about 180. Well, I guess not 100 pounds. I was about to say I'm not 280 now. But no, I was about 180. And that was my senior year. I don't know what I was like freshman year. But yeah, I mean, I was 4
That's
years.
solid for a high school senior though.
Yeah, I was a big dude back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had these big ass shoulders. So.
Yeah. You any records? Any?
I don't know if they're still there, but
They gotta be still there.
I don't know. I had the record for most tackles in a game and the record for most tackles in a season. I was either first or second. So yeah.
What year was it?
04
Jose, fact check.
or
No,
03. 03 was my senior year, and then 04 is when I graduated because
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. What number did you wear
33.
as a linebacker?
That's my favorite number. I have no clue why.
Tony Dorsett, I'm sure.
No, absolutely not.
Well, at least you know who Tony Dorsett is.
Yes,
right?
I sure do.
You see how many times you see that highlight where he takes the ball at the goal line and
Oh
runs
yeah,
it,
the 99
right?
yards.
The
Yeah,
99 yards,
yeah. As long as it wasn't against the Chiefs, yeah, he can do all he wants.
Oh man, yeah. Tony Dorsett, that was a man back
School
in the-
records aren't online.
Oh,
Of course they're
man.
not. It's high school sports.
trying to
of
fact
course
check
they're
me
not.
here?
No, I was going to give you the props.
Yeah, we
Hey, they're still
We were
there.
giving you flowers.
I know I got it was like 23, 24 tackles in the game. That's what I got.
Really?
Yeah.
so he's stacking them up now. We can't check.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was 62 tackles, 10 sacks.
Did you ever get any time on the offensive side?
Oh, no. That was funny because they were trying to put me in running back. I think it's because they're like, oh, this fast black kid.
No, it
Let's
was-
put him running back.
It was
like,
it was
nah.
at 33. They said running backs
maybe.
usually were.
Nah, but the funny thing was, like in football, I learned early, like, I don't like to be hit. I like to hit. I don't
Right.
like to be hit.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they tried to put me in offense. I was like, no.
Mike, you just said you were fast, you were big, and you did not want to get hit, so you would have been perfect on the offensive side.
No.
You know, you're not gonna get
I
hit.
didn't want to
Don't-
risk it.
Just
Nope.
don't.
All my energy's on the defensive
There you
side. Yeah.
As a defensive player, do you have an opinion on like a Travis Hunter these days?
Yeah, I mean, with that he is a monster.
Yeah.
I know. I know you can do that in high school, and college is a little bit tougher. But I don't know what they're gonna do with him in the pros. But I don't think he can do both ways.
I don't think it's sustainable.
No, it's
I don't
gonna
think you
wear
can
and tear
pay
in your
him both.
body. Yeah.
Yeah, see that.
There's
you know,
got to be a cap. You can't pay him for both positions.
No, I
Right.
mean he'd be the
Which is
highest
gonna
paid
suck.
player in the league doing that. But I mean, for him to play like that like he won the Heisman playing both
Doing both.
sides.
That's crazy.
That's phenomenal.
It is, yeah.
Like, because like you see this stuff all the time in high school. Like everybody plays two ways in high school, but to get to college and do that, that's
So I mean, I honestly don't. I remember seeing bits and pieces of the ceremony, right? But I mean, did he just beat everybody as
No,
far
he
as?
he barely won
The Boise State.
Yeah.
running back.
Oh.
Ashton Genty or
Yeah.
He was close second.
yeah.
Really?
Close second.
Damn.
Yeah, it was him, and there was somebody else that I forgot who the other. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I only say that because if you play both sides of the ball, I mean, you
So
almost like guaranteed the Heisman because
he wasn't an amazing receiver.
No.
He was quick, and
Yeah.
when he was open, he can make plays happen. But he's not like breakout touchdown every possession.
So
or
he
anything
was
that.
he like the number one receiver?
he was their number one receiver.
No
Their number
way.
one, yeah.
I mean, he had
Jeez.
quite a bit of touchdowns and stuff, and
Yeah.
and then on defense, it's crazy to win the Heisman too for defense, especially as a corner, because
Yeah.
like the best stat you can have is no stats because no one's throwing it to you.
Yeah.
And that was like his thing. Like he didn't have a lot of people that was throwing it his way, so he didn't
Yeah.
have 20 interceptions or anything like that.
I think his impressive thing on defense was he did have a lot of tackles though.
Yeah,
Right.
You could say his safeties and linebackers were okay.
What about
But he was supporting a lot. So sure, I'll lock him down, but then I'm going to help you secure this tackle over here as well. Like
so
he's just staying too busy on that field.
yeah. So you know how you said if you play at the pro and you get paid double. I mean, it's probably they
don't think they
probably
can
didn't
pay him
they probably
double.
didn't think about that back when Dion was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like Dion was more like a specialist, right?
Yeah, and then
They're
yeah,
like,
when they
shit,
brought
we
him
need
in,
that extra receiver, or we need that.
I think they'll use him like that, but
Right.
I think
I think so too.
It'll be like maybe 1 or 2 plays a game, if that. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't even know what whoever's going to draft him. Are they going to put him on offense or defense? I mean,
Right.
me
Combine
personally,
workout
I put
on
him on
defense.
defense.
On D?
Yeah.
Combine, he was cornerback.
Yeah, he's too small to be a receiver in the NFL, to my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
You
how?
also got to think about like just the way that it moves up on every level. Like, okay, you played at Colorado, but now the top 1% of all those people
Yeah.
you've ever played are going to be trying to hurt you every game on both sides of the ball.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh man, that
I mean,
it's
you know,
just
and
not
now,
sustainable.
and now he's going to be facing guys that are better than him, of course. You know,
and they're going to want to put
And they're
him.
gonna-
They're going to
oh,
want to put
yeah.
him down. They're going to make a spectacle
Definitely.
out of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, because you know, again, he was playing out there with 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids.
Now, what
You
he
know, it's-
did really well that he's not going to get to do in the NFL was him and Shador they just had a chemistry like crazy.
Yeah.
Like Shador's would be
They
like,
played together since their freshman year. So.
yeah, he'd be like, I'm going to
So
throw
they-
it, catch the ball. Like,
So
that's all that he would tell
just
him.
they could just look at each other and just say, okay, this is what we're going to
Like,
do.
I'm throwing it.
Yeah.
Come down with the ball, and he would do it. It was pretty impressive type stuff.
Yeah.
That's why last episode they were shitting on Shador. I was like, hold on, man. He had some numbers. Let's
Shador's
not
good.
act like
I
he's
know,
Shador's
not an
good. He had a
NFL
trash
quarterback.
offensive line.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put
Shador's
him.
good.
Yeah, you put him behind a good offensive line. I think
They were
he may
making
be-
it sound like Deion Sanders was the only reason that he was there. I was like,
Nah.
okay, hold on, guys.
Well, look
Hold
at his
on.
other son, Shiloh. He ain't even going to get drafted. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think
Not-
he
not
ended
this
up
year,
going
right?
to the combine.
No, because he didn't get invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe he
he's
sits
still in the
another year?
draft.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they could
So
draft
he-
anybody, but he didn't get invited to the combine, so
Oh, okay.
it's highly unlikely that he'll get drafted.
What are you doing?
I was trying to move my mic. Yeah, that's right. He didn't go. He didn't go to the combine, and that's an invitation only thing, huh?
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to get invited, but I mean, it's a
Yeah.
clear sign that they might not want you.
Yeah.
And you might get drafted. If you do get drafted, it might be like forgot what they call like because they have the draft and then like the week or two after they have like everybody else like that's available. They'll bring him in.
Yeah. The extras.
The Tony Romos.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
The would you? Yeah. The would you
Shiloh
come
could
out?
be a breakout superstar. We're just trashing on him.
Yeah. Besides sports, anything else in high school? Instruments? Did you play an instrument?
Nah, no, just sports.
Yeah.
Sports and girls.
Yeah. Never tried the instrument though, huh?
Nuh-uh. Mm-mm.
Not even.
I got a drum set like
There we
10
go.
years ago. Tried to teach myself, and that didn't work out well.
Any like clubs or things like that?
Like in high school?
Drama.
No. Man, I was just sports.
Yeah.
Like I was a part of like
So you were
student council or something just to get out of class.
Yeah,
But
you were a jock.
I was a jock. Yeah.
You're the guy.
But
that,
I was like the jock that was friends with everybody.
Oh, okay. You weren't
So,
the
yeah.
main one.
Nah. I didn't. Hell no. No, I had. You should see my friend group. You like you're friends with all of them? Oh yeah.
We talked about it on here too, though. Like if you're a 2, even 3 sport athlete, like that's like a full-time job.
Oh yeah.
You know, just the amount
It was
of practices,
just,
the amount of off-season
yeah.
stuff.
And then as soon as like the season was done, I was starting up something else.
next
So
one,
it goes
yeah,
football,
man.
and then went right to basketball and right to track. So I didn't have any time off.
Yeah. Did you ever play soccer? Not in high school, but just
Yeah, I played soccer, so a lot of my friends played soccer.
Okay.
And so like and it was like same time during football season.
Right.
So like when we would all hang out or something, because I'm like one of the only few football players that was hanging out with soccer players, and they didn't want to play football, so we'd play soccer. I wasn't bad, but I wouldn't I don't think I'd make the team.
Yeah.
I could kick a ball and I could block it.
Yeah.
The goalie.
oh,
That's
so
about
they,
it.
they put you as a goalie.
Hell yeah.
That's really that's where they put the big kid at the goalie.
Yeah, and that was me.
That's
Yeah. Like, you know how to stop a ball. Just do that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Do you remember of course, the electronic games that we had back in the day. Did you have? What did you have? Did you have the Atari,
I had
the
everything.
Sega?
I had everything.
You had everything.
My dad spoiled
Because
me
I know
like that.
because you're still a gamer now,
I
right?
sure am. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just bought Assassin's Creed 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like the new one, Chris?
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
I
Chris,
don't know
is it-
anything. Yeah. How is it?
I just played it last night because I had a little bit of free
That
time.
explains why you're tired.
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
you're tired of me.
No.
Because it's
So
like
I played-
Japanese theme, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like Samurai?
yeah. And I've been playing every game since it came out. But
Yeah.
no, it was good. I mean, I only played 20 minutes of it before I gotta get my ass to bed. But yeah, no, it was good.
Do you have your own little game room?
Nah, it's just a basement.
Okay.
Yeah, it ain't a game room. It's just a TV on the wall and
And is
kids'
that-
toys everywhere.
And is that when you tell the kids it's my time? You
Oh
got
no,
here?
they're already in bed. Wife's in
Oh, yeah?
bed. They're in bed. So I was like, all right, now I can.
Do you
go
get
down
online and play against others?
No, I can't. I don't.
These
I
guys
don't-
do.
I
Chris?
can't. I can't play with other people like because I don't like the shit talking. I'm like, where are you at so I can find you? So I'm like, nah, I don't. I'll play.
Is there a lot of shit talking?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
when you're with your
you could also
friends, it's
not.
fun.
Yeah, you could not do.
It's fun
general
for
chat.
y'all. I didn't grow up like that. Like you shit talking to me, I'm gonna try to find you and fight you.
Well, if you were playing with your friends, they were right next to you.
Well, true, yeah, but that like we would play Halo a lot when I was growing up, and
Yeah.
we would all play in the same room. We still shit talk, but it's a little bit different because you know each other. Like you can only shit talk so much until, like, all right, bro, let's go outside.
Like in the same room, like everybody had a controller. and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
How many of those controllers could you play in one time?
So we had it set up at my buddy's house when I was in high school. So we played Halo. There was 2 TVs. So and we had 2 Xboxes, and so each Xbox had 4 controllers. So if we can do it 8 or 4 and 4.
I didn't realize you could hook up the game systems like that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how great the memory will be, but so my brothers and I've got 2 older brothers. We were all PlayStation people our whole life. But the one place that we could go for an Xbox in Halo 1 and Halo 2, the Moreno house. For whatever reason, they had an Xbox.
Yeah, that Esai.
So
Yeah, his-
Esai and Leo,
Yeah.
we'd go over there just to play Halo with them and the Blood Gulch and get some
there
games
you go.
going.
My-
So if
my
you ever
speed right there.
if you ever need a reference for Esai,
Yeah.
Halo was at their house all
Yeah.
the time.
No,
Really?
I've,
That's funny.
I've always been a big gamer.
Man.
Yeah, I'm like a low key. I don't play like Call of Duty and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'll play like all the other games, like the free range games and like open world stuff. That's all me.
Is there an age limit?
Hell no, easily. Jump on.
I'm not gonna do it. That'd be another thing I'd have to freaking figure out how to play. So beside those game systems, you said you had every. Did you guys ever own a foosball table, a pool table?
Yeah, so we had a pool table. My dad had a pool table,
Okay,
and you would think I would be good at pool, but I'm not.
right.
But Esai has taught me quite a bit, so
Oh, yeah?
I'm better now that I got a pool table at the shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was the only thing I had. And then when I was single, living the bachelor life, living with a couple of buddies, we bought a foosball table.
Okay.
So I'm pretty good at foosball.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like in the middle of our dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Maybe
of
you
fun.
need to put one in the shop.
Nah, it's too
That'd be
loud.
too damn loud, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it because the foosball table is still at my house.
Oh yeah.
It's like put up in storage. My wife's like, absolutely not. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I gotta let the kids play with it.
Yeah. Oh no, my kids are ruthless. Yeah.
How old are your kids?
I have 5-year-old girl and 7-year-old boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So, yeah.
perfect age for some foosball.
All right, so
Yeah.
do you allow spins or no?
No spins. No, you got to
It's a
control
highly
your
debated
wrist.
topic.
You
all
got to
right,
control
all right.
your wrist.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
you spin. You're like, what are you doing? You got to get off.
Some people are just
Yeah,
going
you
to all of
I
them
know
left
that,
and
yeah.
right.
Oh my god, yeah. We had a foosball table. Me growing up, and of course our family was big. All my cousins, we'd all go down there. That was the first thing. They'd show up at the house for a party. Boom, everybody would go downstairs, and we'd play like 3-on-3.
Yeah.
And just spinning.
No, you can't spin. No, you got to
I
control
thought
it.
that was part of the rules. I was like, okay, fuck, everybody's spinning there. It was just the loudest,
I feel like
game to play.
a perfectly timed spin can slap though. You know, like it can be
Yeah,
a
but
smack in the face type thing.
you don't have to spin it. You can just do it real quick. Where it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly timed, just one good. Whoo, It
Yeah.
feels like you're just leaving it up there on a 3-pointer. Yeah,
Oh, but you're leaving it down here.
but I know that's what,
Yeah. No, that.
highly debated topic. You know,
Yeah. Did you guys ever get into a Ouija board?
Hell no, man. I'm black, bro. We don't do that shit. We don't mess around with ghosts and spirits. No. That's for church.
Yeah,
You get the Holy Ghost there. That's the only place.
That's funny. You ever partake in?
I doubt my mom would have ever even let us.
Yeah.
We didn't care to, but
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't fucking around with that.
Yeah, your Aunt Sandy, they did it in
it's all fake.
you'd have to talk to her because
It's
they
all
found some weird shit under their beds and stuff like that. Yeah, it's
Nope. I'd move out.
I almost want to say they played it in college at the same area they're playing it, and
At a school called
somehow
Saint
there was
Mary.
like I know at
What the hell are these girls doing?
at the Catholic college, and they found like wads of hair and
No. Mm-mm. Nope.
oh man, I never did it either. I don't think I've ever seen one in person.
The Ouija board?
Yeah, I mean I've seen them in boxes, but
Yeah.
I've never seen one set out.
Nah,
You know what? Let's plan one.
Do what?
Let's plan it at the shop
y'all,
one night.
Y'all can plan it. No, not especially at the shop.
At the
No.
shop, you might talk to some people.
Nah, I ain't trying to.
Mike, we'll set it up on the
No,
pool table.
Those spirits at the shop they're my people. They don't bother
friendly
me.
right
I don't
now.
bother them. I've had some people that are like, hey, we want to do some ghost hunting there. I'm like, nah. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't about to have y'all piss off some people in here. Like they cool. They let me be.
Yeah.
Like stuff will be moved around. I hear knocking and walking all the time. And it's funny because I used to be like the biggest scaredy cat with that stuff, but I'm so used to it now.
Yeah, we call those guys pussies, but go ahead.
Yeah, you fuck around with a ghost?
No, I'm not. But
Nah,
I
but
can
now
be one too.
I'm so used to it now, so it don't even phase me. But I'm not playing around with it. I ain't trying to do a seance and like come to life and see me. Nah.
I think it's also a pretty funny thing though. Like you said, they want to do some ghost hunting. Have you ever been to like a abandoned prison, like
No.
a ghost tour of it and stuff like that they do?
Oh.
I mean, anytime that you do the shit, it's not like there's gonna be a ghost. You're just showing me an empty building that
Yeah.
I just paid like $30 a pop for. It's the stupidest thing, but they're making money hand over fist.
Well, the shop's got a VIP downstairs. Maybe that's where they're hanging out.
Midnight tours. That's what it is. $30 a head.
yeah, we're charging. Yeah, I'll put Eastside in the corner, like dress up as a ghost.
There you go.
Make
He
some
don't
noises.
Need, that boy, you don't need to dress up like one. He put a sheet over his head, and you know it'd be Eastside. What's one thing you miss about your childhood? Is there anything?
Not paying bills. No, just I guess just like kind of just the freedom, just to kind of go outside, be a kid, have fun, not worrying about bills or work or just kind of just being a kid. I definitely miss that, but I still like being an adult. But
Yeah.
just you have no care in the world. You come home, you're gonna have dinner, you're gonna have food, you have a bed to sleep in. You ain't gotta worry about paying the light bills. You just going to school, get home, playing with friends. Yeah, that's what I miss.
Yeah, that was the way it was. It should be still that way. It's sad to say sometimes kids nowadays don't even go outside.
Yeah, no, my kids are like outside fiends. Like they are.
Do they have a swing set in the back or anything?
We
like
did
that?
until a storm a couple years ago blew it over or broke it, but then we have one in our neighborhood. So
Oh, okay.
they'll go up
Just
to
like
that.
a,
But
like
yeah,
a park.
my son and daughter, they're outside every single day. Even when it was like 10
That's awesome.
degrees outside,
Really?
they go out because my son has a good friend that's next door, and they would play in the snow.
That's-
Outside every single day.
That's good.
Mhm.
That's what the kids need.
Mm-hmm.
I tell this story where I thought it was pretty cool. I saw these two kids riding their bikes. Or no, I'm sorry, they weren't even riding. They were standing next to each other on their bikes, and I drove by. I see them from a distance, and I thought, oh, that's cool. These kids are out. They have their bikes. They're just standing there talking. As I pulled up closer, they're both on their phones.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, you guys got.
Yeah, my kids don't even have tablets.
No, that's good.
Mm-mm.
But they got a game system that when Dad's not there.
They don't play PlayStation. No, they try, but then no. I'll let them play every once in a while. But
Yeah.
they got a Switch that my dad gave them for Christmas. But even then, they rather be outside. They don't like.
Yeah.
They don't like being in the house, and
Yeah,
I don't
that's
blame them.
good.
Get out, go have fun.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good. That's good. So let's get into law enforcement. You're retired now? Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yep, did
And-
15 years. Yep.
15 solid years.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What was it that got you started into that, or what? was their
So
influence?
my dad's a cop, and then a
okay.
lot of my family were police officers too.
Oh, really?
So that wasn't the reason why I got in. But it was like it helped me get in. At the time, I just was working with my dad cutting grass, and it was just I was comfortable just kind of making $10 an hour, just working for him. And he was the one that really pushed me. He was like, "Hey, you need to get a real job. Like you can't be doing this forever."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Well, I don't know what to do." And he's like, "Go apply to be a cop." I was
Really?
like, "All right, whatever." I'm like, literally, I was just like, "I guess I don't know. I don't mind doing it." And then I applied at KCK. Didn't get on because I think it was more of nepotism thing. They didn't want because my dad was on, and they didn't want me to be on. That was a thing back then, the nepotism thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I got on the sheriff's office, and then I fell in love with it.
Is it only if he's your like high command, or
It was something weird back then. I think it was more towards to that like at the time the people that were higher ups didn't like my dad.
no?
My dad retired there for he did 32 years, I think. So he was he was there for a long time. But
Yeah.
well, yeah. So I got in the sheriff's office and fell in love. Just the whole thing of it was like the closest you can get to being a superhero. That's what I tell people.
Mm-hmm.
Like being a cop because you're helping people out. You're when people are in the worst spots or they need help and you can actually go help. So
Yeah.
that was a cool thing about it. And I love like help the community, like doing stuff for the community. I've always, that's when my dad was huge into that. So I kind of grew up into that.
Is that how you met David?
Yeah. At the sheriff's office.
At the sheriff's office, because he was the sheriff as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you never did the park ranger thing?
No.
No.
They merged with us right when I started. And then Dave was in training and then I got into training in like 2012.
Yeah.
And so
He had some good park stories.
Yeah, I know. But that's Ranger Dave though, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
ain't
we
fucking
got
with bears
into
and-
we got into we asked him if he wore the big hat. I think I really got it mixed up with the Mountie.
Yeah.
I was like, did you ride a horse at the park?
Yeah, I'm not messing around with wildlife. That's all Dave.
Oh man. What kind of skills did you have to be a sheriff? Did you have to have any, or you just
Shit, at the time they were just hiring anybody to be honest.
really?
But I mean, now you gotta have interpersonal communication skills, which is pretty much like skills on like how to talk to people, because that's really what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going into a situation where there's conflict, and you have to talk yourself out of it and talk them out of the conflict to figure out a resolution. So that's like the number one skill you need to have for being a cop is how to talk to people. If you're talking crazy to people, you're gonna have a hard time dealing with people. But if you know how to talk to people, then you can get yourself out of the situation.
What rank did you end up getting to, or did you move around at all?
I was on SWAT for our version of SWAT, which is called CERT. I did that for 14 years,
Right.
and then I did the Marshall Task Force for 6 years. I was in training for 3 or 4 years, and then I was a detective for about 3 or 4 years. I don't know how long I was a detective. Detective is like the same rank as sergeant.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we asked Dave also if he was an FTO at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was FTO too. Yeah.
Now, you like video games.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I know some of these terms, have you seen Grand Theft Auto RP?
No.
So people grab Grand Theft Auto 5.
Uh-huh.
They get full servers that are completely customizable, and they role play on them.
Oh, I have seen that. Yes, and then people will be like cops. and
You'll be
stuff
the
like that.
cops, and they
Yeah.
got full training.
I have
They got
seen
your
that.
training officers.
Yeah.
They got code books and
they'll,
all
like,
that sort of
respond
stuff.
to calls and stuff. Yeah, that's wild. Like, what y'all doing?
There's some funny people that'll do that, and there's a couple of them that are like actual real life officers and things like that. So they help like regulate. Of like, nah, we wouldn't really do this. It's
Yeah.
like, let's keep blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But it's pretty entertaining time
It
if
is
you ever
entertaining,
check it out.
Yeah.
Man. So, real quick, right after high school, you went to K-State, right? You're a Wildcat?
Yeah. So right after high school, I had a scholarship to play football at Independence Community College.
Oh, okay.
I went down there, played 2 years, and then I had a chance to walk on at K-State, blew my shoulder out, and so I just went to K-State.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
a lot of
just
fun
as
there,
soon.
a lot too much fun there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like grades suffered.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're a Wildcat. Do you still follow the Wildcats?
Oh yeah. Not as much. I follow the football team more than anything.
Than basketball? Or...
Yeah, but I'm one of those where like basketball. I don't get me wrong, love K State, but I grew up watching KU.
Yeah.
So like I'm still a KU fan too,
Mm-hmm.
but like or football, it's K State all the way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, when they play KU, you're all Wildcat
Of course.
decked out. Nice.
Yeah.
So are we. So like you said, I grew up big KU fan, Danny Manning to
Mm-hmm.
Mario Chalmers, but as soon as my oldest, he went to K State, then I just like, okay, I'm just a Wildcat now.
Yeah.
And people ask me, why do you do? I said, all my money was going to K State.
Yeah, and it's
You
like
know?
it's not. People like to make it out to be a big rivalry. It's not.
Right.
It's
It's
like
not
there's
as-
a rivalry, but it ain't like it ain't like KU Missouri. Like that's a whole like people hate each other over that.
Yeah.
Like KU K State, like they'll talk shit, make fun, but it ain't nothing like KU Missouri. I don't even really know K State has a K State. Like I don't know who their rival is. Like it's KU, but it ain't like that deep.
Right. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Missouri and KU.
Yeah.
And those are fun games back in the day.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
The Missouri.
I'm hoping that they keep it up playing each other. I know they've been doing it in basketball,
Yeah.
but
They could have faced each other. I think in the Elite Eight. I think they would have met.
I don't think KU would have got. I don't even know why
They
were in
didn't
the
even get that
tournament.
far.
They were terrible this year.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. Self have anything to do with that? I mean,
I don't. I think it's more of the whole NIL thing going on because now it's like everyone's a 1-year free agent.
right.
So it's just like it makes it recruiting hard, makes you getting a team hard because like his whole team next year is going to be completely different from this year, and then same thing with next year. Like you don't have these, juniors and seniors staying anymore.
Man, and that takes the love out of the game as far as coaching.
Hmm That's why a lot of coaches left.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Hold on.
What?
Let's not treat Bill Self like he's a saint.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
either. Yeah.
Bill Self
Yeah.
was NILing people
So you
before it
you
was
just wanted to talk
legal.
shit, is what you want to do.
Yeah, but now it's open
Now it's an
to
even playing
everybody.
field.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
so,
problem.
Right.
Even
No,
playing
yeah, it
field.
is.
so it makes
We agree.
those blue bloods like everyone's kind of almost the same now.
Yeah.
Not the same, but everyone's kind of almost a little bit like an equal playing field because you got your smaller schools that, hey, you get $2 million there, we'll offer you $2 million too. And people
Yeah.
are like, shit, I just want money. Let's go.
Closer to home.
Yeah,
Alabama football.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was more the coach though. That's why they didn't do something.
I think they're not going to get.
See,
They're
that
not
goes
going to be
back
able to
to that goes
maintain.
back to self. I think that was coach.
They're not going to be able to maintain.
No,
I'm
and
sure
and
they're
Now
not.
everybody
why,
can pay him out.
That's why Saban left. He's like, this recruiting it's tough now.
Yeah.
Like, it's you can't get players that want to go to the school just to go to the school. They're like, hey, where's my money?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And kudos to them. I mean, the school is making millions of dollars off them, so they need to get some kind of cut. But there needs to be some type of regulation on it, though.
Right.
I think it's too out of control right now. Like you can just get whatever the
Like a
hell you
cap?
want.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a ton of people getting millions. I think there's a lot of
There's
people
a
getting
few.
thousand. I know there are.
I mean, there's
big
more than a
names.
few. Like even like there's a guy that one of the basketball players at K State.
Yeah.
he was one of the highest paid NIL players.
Yeah,
$2 million.
They were
Yeah, which
they were
is
complaining
ridiculous.
about
and
it
he was
when he was
not good.
Right.
Not saying he's not. I'm
No. Yeah.
I'm like over here, like Monday morning quarterbacking on a sofa.
But no. But you're right because we went and watched K State Drake here at
Mm-hmm.
Sprint or what's it called T-Mobile,
Yeah.
and man, he played horrible. That
Yeah.
kid you're talking about. And so everybody's yelling.
Yeah, they were shitting
not
on him
worth not
afterward.
worth $2 million.
Yeah.
Why are you even on the team? And he was a transfer, I think, from Illinois
Yeah.
or something, right? But was he a senior?
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
can't remember either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that season was pretty shitty. But they did beat KU.
No, the system's gonna break when Michigan this year with Michigan football. Did you hear about all that?
Mm-mm.
Dave Portnoy, the CEO of
Barstool.
Barstool,
Mhm.
him and another Michigan alumni put up, I don't want to say great. It's either $3 or $5 million a year for 1 year for the top recruited quarterback to go there.
Oh shit.
Damn.
He went.
That's
So they
wild.
got a freshman quarterback. They're just again breaking the system. of,
Yeah.
sure, some people were doing great,
Yeah.
but now
But yeah, because now they're trying to do it where the schools have revenue share and they have to share it with all the players. But that doesn't matter. But the donors, The donors
And
can
so-
donate however much
because
they
he's
want.
Barstool. It's coming from Barstool,
Yep.
not coming from the school,
Yep.
not going.
Right.
And you
It's
can
coming
get
from
your
that.
endorsement deals and all that stuff. So it didn't. I mean,
Yeah, they're about to break the system.
mm-hmm.
We'll see. It
They
this,
got to figure it
this
out
fall.
somehow. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. And how's the retired life?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm working more though, but own business. So
Yeah.
but I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's definitely a change of pace. I'm not as stressed,
Yeah.
which is nice. It's a different kind of stress.
So I mean, so back to the sheriff. You wore a uniform, right?
Mhm.
All
Every
every
day.
day.
Well, every day, and then when I was in the marshals, I was like normal clothes.
Okay.
And the detective, I was
In a suit.
looking nice.
I see
not
detectives.
every day the suit, but like when I had to go to court or when I wanted to look nice that day, I would wear a suit.
Yeah.
hmm
I always thought detectives just wore suits.
That's just like that's
TV shit.
TV shit. Yeah.
No, detectives are always wearing brown trench coats
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
Hey, like a Dick Tracy hat.
and a fedora.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you miss some of your coworkers or teammates or whatever you
Yeah,
call
I mean, I miss them, but I still get to see them a lot because they all come down the shop. So
Okay.
it's like that one piece I miss of being there. I still get it. So,
them? So did you know a lot of the KCK police
oh
officers?
yeah,
You know Stevie Williams?
yeah. That was my dad's partner.
Whoa, is that right?
Mhm. Yeah, Stevie was Stevie's like an uncle to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Stevie. Yeah. Did you see him? We had him. We had him.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, back when I first started, he was one of my early guests.
Yeah.
And Stevie and I, we went to high school together. He's a couple of years older than I am. Then after high school, we were playing in basketball rec leagues, and I had to recruit him. Stevie was pretty good back in
Yeah.
the day. I'm sure he's still good now.
Yeah, I used to play basketball against Stevie all the time. My dad
Yeah.
used to take me to Bethany every Monday.
Yeah.
Yep. And all the
Yeah,
cops would be
Stevie,
playing, and
and
I'd jump in there. And
Do you know his wife, LaVon?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, she, her and I, we were friends in high school. We both graduated together.
Mm-hmm.
So Stevie and I, we go way back.
Small
I need
world.
to bring him back in
Oh
too.
yeah. Stevie's good people.
Yeah, Stevie. Let's see. You know Jason Sutton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another classmate of mine.
Yeah. He's a detective. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's about to retire.
Carlos Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Small world. Yeah.
Small world. Yeah.
Osvaldo Navarro
Yep.
Waltz. He was our
Yep.
last episode.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, he
he's
was
a
in
good
here.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that we say all he does is eat Mexican
Yeah.
food.
It's
now.
always, that's all he's posting about. Yeah. Like, you get to work.
I said, you get to wear a uniform just to go eat,
Yeah.
or what?
No.
You know? Oh yeah, they created a little thing
He's a
for me.
liaison.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, did you have to keep yourself in shape?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty religious like that. and
Yeah.
Going to the gym a lot. I mean, over the years, gaining a little bit of weight, but I always
we
like
all-
to stay
yeah.
fit at least.
So,
Yeah.
is there a standard though? Because there's
No. There's no standard.
there's the common thing of cops eating donuts and getting fat. Like they don't make you do like an annual
No.
physical or anything
No,
like
they
that.
should. They should.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's just like once you get on, you're on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I have to ask, did you ever have to chase somebody down?
Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah. 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 I caught them almost damn near every time.
Really?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is back then.
Right,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know if
no,
I can
no.
do it now.
Yeah.
But I always tell people like, you might outrun me, but you can't outrun my radio.
Woo, I
know
thought you were gonna say gun. I was going.
Oh no, no.
I thought you were gonna, okay. Oh shit, that's funny. Do you ever have to manhandle somebody? Just
All the time, man.
Yeah.
That was normal Tuesday.
you missed that?
Nope. I don't like getting in fights, bro.
Was it ever impressive when somebody outran you? Like, damn, they're
No,
still
because,
going.
I mean,
Or-
I'm fast, but like it wouldn't. I mean, like because. Like I got all my gear and shit on.
Sure,
so,
sure.
Like you're supposed to outrun.
yeah, you're
me.
loaded up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we catch you, like there's
What's
something
wrong here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. And your schedules? What was your schedule like? Do you work nights, days?
No, I mean when I was the detective and then on the Marshall Task Force, it was all over the place. Like regular, 8 to 5, but like your schedule would be if on call 24/7. So
Okay.
especially in the Marshall Task Force, like we get called out for warrants all the time. 1 in the morning, 3 in
Really?
the afternoon, 5 in the morning. I mean, anytime. And then with the detective, like when I was doing that, I get called, and I was on call like once every 3 weeks. So during that period, you get a page at 2 a.m. like, hey, we got this, got to come out. So schedule's all over the place all the time.
Yeah.
Two detective questions.
Sure.
One, what are you doing when you're not like investigating? You just have other
you're always
stuff.
working on cases.
There-
It ain't like the movies where like you're just sitting around waiting for something to happen.
Okay, all right.
You're like, oh, something happened. I'm gonna work on
Staring
this
at the
case
phone
for
and-
I'm gonna work on this case for 6 months. It ain't like that.
Yeah.
You always have cases you're working
Something
on.
going on.
It's just things take precedence over others. So like if you get like a big case, a big felony case, like you're working on that more than you are your like low misdemeanor case.
Yeah.
But you're always having cases. Like at one time, I guess at normal time I'd probably had 20, 30 cases I was working on.
Damn. That's what I was going to say, like 10, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Second question is, again, TV based. First 48. They say
First 48 is
the-
very realistic.
they're saying
Yeah.
that's just, you got to hit the ground and get as much information in as possible.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, with the 48-hour thing, like I think that's more statistics of like you got 2 days to find them. I mean, normally if you can get a good like amount of evidence and think of who you are, like who the guy is or girl is or whatever, if you can get that in like the first couple of weeks, like you should be good.
yeah.
But I mean, you got all the time in the world, but you want to solve it quickly because you don't want there to, crimes that keep happening with this person that's committing a crime. So,
Do you enjoy or do you have to do much of the court side?
yeah, oh yeah, they don't tell
Do you enjoy
yeah,
it?
the TV side. They don't tell you about that. No, court sucks. No, it's a lot of just sitting there and waiting for this, and the attorneys berating you. And,
And
Yeah, yeah.
that's when Mike
Yeah.
had to bring out his suits.
oh yeah, looking nice. Yeah,
Gotta look nice for court.
yeah. No, court sucks. No one likes court. No.
Oh, man.
Do you miss being a sheriff?
No.
Not at all.
Mm-mm. I love the job. Don't get me wrong. Nothing's wrong with the job. I just don't miss it.
Okay,
Like I love what I'm doing now.
that's good.
Absolutely love it. So I don't miss it at all.
Yeah, speaking of what you do now, so you own the Shop Cigar Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on your 2 years.
Thank you.
I was there for that party.
Yeah, it was a huge party.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Really, really was a good time. That was the first time that I got to see it full, and I didn't get a place to sit, Mike. So I was kind of sad.
Yeah.
I actually
I
had.
didn't have a place to sit.
At least you had a counter to stand behind while you were working. And I saw a video you posted, of the. I was like, damn it, I didn't make the video. Why? I was way in the corner. Me and my cousin Jesse were sitting there, just standing there, and I mean, thank you, David, for. I said, Dave, we're gonna go stand in that corner. He's like, you can't see much from over there. I'm like, I know, but we're just gonna enjoy the music.
Yeah.
We can hear the music. We're gonna smoke some cigars, have a few drinks. I said, but where's your ashtrays? All the ashtrays were used.
They were gone.
Yeah, so he went out, freaking found a box and a wooden box. He tore off the lid. He goes, "Here, man, this is the best I can do for you." So I said, "I appreciate that." Yeah, so we had a nice little. It was a. I'm not gonna say humor, but a cigar. Yeah, a cigar box.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. So yeah, that was a good time. And again, Strand in the City was playing.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, they're a family of ours. And that one thing that you and I have in common is I use them as my intro, outro. And, you also have one of their songs for your podcast as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick. This my wife, Sandy.
Nice
Mike.
to meet you. Uh-huh.
I told him we're going to have to listen to the new music and see if we need to re-up and get a different song.
Yeah, no, I can't
Yeah.
wait for that
Yeah,
to come
no,
out.
yeah. When is it dropping? We find out?
We saw it.
I almost want to say
We'll find
Friday.
it.
I think
Maybe.
it's this Friday. Yeah, but yeah. Again, congrats on that. Are you a full owner or
Just me.
Just
Mhm.
you?
Well, me and
Okay.
the wife.
Okay.
But me, I mean, I do
Yeah.
everything, yeah.
Yeah. What was it? What was the influence there to get you started on your own cigar shop?
So, like, when I got into cigars in 2012, absolutely loved it, fell in love with the culture, and I would always go to cigar lounges, and, there's nothing against the cigar lounges I go to, but I felt like there was, like, just missing something that I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not what everybody else wanted, but what I wanted. I wanted, like, just a place, like, I always envisioned, like, what would a cigar lounge look like if you're, like, in 1930, walking in, what would it look like? And, like, that's the lounge I kind of want to be in.
Okay.
And so it always was in the back of my mind just to Like I always wanted to do it, but I never just like had the cojones to actually do it.
Yeah.
And then, working at the sheriff's office, I just got to a point in my career where I just fell out of love with it. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, my wife's like, well, why don't you try, this cigar lounge stuff? And so it took me about a year playing in, and then I was like, you know what, I think I'm ready to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of was a mix of things because I medically retired from the sheriff's office. And
Okay.
I got to a point where I was just like, I can't, like mentally it's not good for me. And I was just like, I need something else to do, if I'm going to leave the sheriff's office. And I was like, let me try to open up this new business, cigar shop. So, put a lot of work into that. And I just got lucky with the space. That space is like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in, it's just a very old rustic feel and
Mm-hmm.
old kind of, what a building would look like in the 1930s.
Hey, you guys filled it pretty well too, though.
Yeah.
With the
Oh, yeah.
right type of leathers
Yep,
and all
yep.
that sort of stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it went from there. And, we don't have a lot of TVs or anything. I have one TV. I wanted to
Which is perfect.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a space where people conversate or just get away and just kind of relax. I didn't want it
Yeah.
to be like technology everywhere. And like nothing against the lounges that
No,
have it.
yeah.
I just didn't want mine to be like that. Like I wanted people to come in for a reason. Like we'll have the sports games on and stuff like that, but like my lounge is not a sports lounge. Like,
Right.
You don't go there to watch the game or anything like that. You go there to relax and have a good time with people or just kind of get away from life. So
Yeah.
that was my big thing on wanting to open up a place like that. And so here we are.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
It really
thank
is.
you.
I don't know how many times through all my episodes, I swear, I bring you up.
Yeah,
I bring
appreciate
up the
that.
shop. You
Yeah.
know, it's just a good place to chill.
Mhm.
It's a great. The environment's good and people I see there. Yeah, I know I've seen. I haven't seen in a while, and I
Yeah.
see them there. Like Edgar Galicia.
Yeah. Edgar's
Yeah,
good
that's
dude.
another. Yeah. Another friend of mine.
Mhm.
He and we worked together back in the '90s at where I work now. That's where he used to work with us. But yeah, it's cool, and it's like you said, it's relaxing. It's just a good spot to
Yeah.
chill, man.
My biggest compliment that I get that I love hearing is when people come in and they just do this. I'm like, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
That means you're relaxing.
Yeah,
That's what I want to hear. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how
Every
did
time.
you come about this location? Were you wanting to stay in Wyandotte County?
Yeah. So I
or-
wanted to stay in Wyandotte County and I wanted to be in Strawberry Hill.
Oh, okay.
So, because like I'm a Wyandotte County kid, so I wanted to create a space that we can show off in Wyandotte County. And I wanted to prove people wrong because people all like to think that we can't have nice things in Wyandotte
Right.
County.
Right.
I was like, I bet you we can.
Oh yeah.
And then I wanted to be in Strawberry Hill because that's just like an up and coming area. I love that area. And honest to God, I just literally just got lucky with the building. I looked at like 3 or 4 buildings down there and they never just felt right. And as soon as I walked in that building, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot bigger than I wanted, but I was like, I'll make it work.
Yeah.
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 Well, let's talk a little bit about what that building used to be prior to.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
guys did.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you've already.
Yeah, we discussed that earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, Mike has friends there that nobody can see but him, I guess.
No, I don't see him. I don't see him. I ain't trying to see him.
So
Uh-huh.
yeah, long story short, it used to be
Right.
a morgue.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were downstairs
Oh yeah, when
and someone had mentioned about
Yep.
the buggies and the horse and buggies used to come through that door
Yep.
to bring caskets or take caskets or whatever.
That's why I tell it's cold down there. That's why I tell people.
you even turn up the heat and it's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
doing
no,
anything.
for legit, it's always cold down there.
Yeah. Actually, it was cold that night that we were there. We went for that private party,
Uh-huh.
and it was a cold night. It was a
Yeah.
cold night, and they kept
Yeah, no
opening
matter
the-
what, I
the
can't
door.
get it hot down there. I was just like, you know what? That's kind of telling me something. I'll
Yeah.
just keep it there.
So you would say right now at this point it's smooth sailing right now, or
It's never smooth sailing.
no,
man.
not at all. Not
Oh
at all.
no, business man, you got to worry about everything. No, I mean we're doing well, but it's someone told me like the best analogy for a small business. It's like a small business is like a newborn that never grows up.
Okay.
You're always worried
Always
about
doing
it.
something.
You're always concerned about it. You're always thinking about it, and that's exactly how I am. Like
Really?
I'm always just like, all right, what do I got to do here? This little thing is broken. This thing. I mean, always worried. I'm worried about it right now.
And because you said maybe the small leaks.
Yeah,
that
I mean
you
everything.
figured out,
Yeah, every little thing, and then like, all right, what events do I got to do next? Next month, and how do I get more people in, and how do I keep the environment the way it is?
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about something, but which is good because it's like I don't ever want to be complacent because I think if you're complacent, then your business starts to fail because you're not investing as much time as you want in it.
Yeah.
And so I'm investing all my time into it, and I will hopefully I keep that up because, and I think it definitely shows with
Yeah.
the people that are there and the environment that we have. So yeah,
I was going to say
go ahead.
earlier, every time I've gone, we spark up a conversation with somebody random that we've never met before. It's the most refreshing thing. It's just,
cigar culture, man.
we're there, and then somebody's like, "Hey," and just a conversation goes.
Yeah, you meet the best people in the world.
Right.
Right. A cigar.
Man,
Yeah, that's true. And that's how I met Mike and met Dave. I actually walked in there with Joe Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my next door neighbor
Yep.
or business neighbor.
Yeah, he and I, we were, talking business as well. And he said, "Hey, have you been to the shop?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Let's go."
Yeah.
And I think he was the one that introduced me to you guys. So, yeah, Joe Quinn. Cool guy.
But that whole street, that whole area has kind of just been up and coming.
Yeah, 6th Street is there's a lot of new businesses coming up and a lot of business a lot of entertainment happening down there, a lot of bars and stuff like that. Yeah, it's happening.
Do you feel a benefit being right there when they have their art
Oh yeah.
every
Third Friday from May to October.
right?
Yeah, well at first it was it stopped at the street right before Fat Matt's, and so I had to call the commissioners and stuff hey, can we move it down to include us? Because it was
Okay.
Fat Matt's, us, and then the Davenport. I'm like, we got 3 businesses that can benefit from this. It's just it ain't gonna cost them just to move the barriers down. So
Right.
thankfully they did. So
Okay.
it's been definitely a benefit.
And then also Quinn Concrete Construction.
Yeah.
They use part
Yeah.
of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a huge sponsor of
yeah.
of our podcast.
Oh yeah, Joe's a good dude.
Yeah, really good dude. So staff members, how many do you have working for you?
So it's me most of the time, and then Dave works there, and then I got a couple part-time people that just kind of help me out.
okay.
Yeah. We kind of make shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to keep it as is, or you got? Do you have plans in the horizons? It's other things that you want to do there. Or?
Well, yeah, we want to do a couple more things to the shop. I mean, it's still growing, and we still want to do a lot of things, but another location or something.
Oh,
I'm almost there.
That was my next question.
I'm almost there, but it's one of those things where if I do open another location, it's not going to be called the shop. It'll be something different feel, because I don't want to take away from what the shop has already.
Right.
I'm not trying to recreate the shop. I want to create something else if I do something else, because
Makes
the
sense.
shop is such a special place, and it's you can only do that there. That building is especially for that. And I'm not going to find anything like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to create another spot, call the shop, and then it'd be different, and then not the same feel.
Yeah.
And then you're going to feel the same way with the other.
And then you'll have some of your people who go to here say, "Oh, this one's closer to my house. I think I'm gonna start going to this
Yeah.
one," and then you can lose that
so
feel. You know.
I'm definitely, if I do another one, it'll be a completely different cigar shop.
Yeah. Totally different. Yeah.
But I'm not there yet. I'm still growing.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we're all set there before I start moving on.
Yeah. Nope. That is. So,
Is there an
so-
upstairs too to your
Nah,
building?
it's
No.
just storage. Yeah.
Oh, it's just-
a
okay.
little storage area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where you need to turn to your office, right?
I did for a little bit, but the ceiling's 6 foot. So
So you're kinda
I'm
walking in
always
there?
doing that. Yeah. So I'm not even. Yeah.
I did. I think about that.
do you have a wish list for any events you want to host there, or creative things that you haven't gotten to do
You
yet?
know what's funny is I don't have a wish list because I'm the creative control guy, so I
Yeah.
can just do whatever I want.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I got a few things in the works that I'm trying to do. One thing I can't talk about yet because it's not done, but we always have cigar vendors coming in doing parties. We're doing a Havana night here soon where everybody's got to dress up and do
fun.
the card, and
That sounds nice.
yeah. I'm trying to do a car show with my members, that bring their cars and park it out front. And we do a car show for the community. But yeah, I've always got something in the works.
Yeah.
Always. I got so many events that are up in my brain that I'm like, all right, how do I make this work? So
So you have had something there before where people have dressed up.
yeah, we do a a Roaring 20s party for our members.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, a lot of fun.
I thought I've seen pictures. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I was there one time when I was there for John John's for I-70 podcast. They
Yeah.
were doing their thing, and then a bus pulls up, and a lot of people come walking out of that. You remember that day?
Yep.
Yeah. What was that? What?
That
mind me
was
asking?
the cigar crawl.
A cigar crawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's cool.
one
And it
of
was
the-
cool. It was.
Yeah, one of the ladies that she's a cigar smoker around town. She puts on it's called like the Midwest Cigar Crawl. I think
Yeah.
that's what it's called. And yeah, they have about like that year they had, or last year it was like maybe 30 people.
Yeah.
And they all just came in. They come in for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, buy smokes, talk. We talk to them and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they go on to the next lounge. So
It was cool because man, they brought a lot of energy.
yeah, they sure did.
Hey,
yeah.
man, it was really.
Yeah,
neat.
I always gotta like be careful with those because it's like, or be careful with like pub crawls because I stopped doing pub crawls because like the energy in my place is like it's such relaxed and calm and chill.
Yeah.
And if you have like a pub crawl come in and stuff, it's like immediate like high energy. I'm just like, all right, I don't know if I'll do these again.
Yeah. Are all your lockers, your VIP lockers full?
No, we still got like, I think we got 7 or 8 left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the big Modcast can have a locker there.
Hey, we got spots.
Yeah.
Well, how many total do you have?
120.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool to have. Yeah. I saw people using them there at the
Yeah.
at your
Are there
second
some upstairs
anniversary.
and downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so you do have some downstairs now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Got room for you. You better clear with Mama over here.
Well, it's too cold down there. Yeah, I mean, being that it's your shop, and of course, my little area is nothing compared to your shop, but I'm always wanting to change something in here. Always
Yeah,
wanting
I've
to
changed
move stuff
all
around.
the time.
Do you?
Yeah, that's what people always get on me because I'm always constantly moving stuff or changing things around. I do it all the time, all the time. It's right now, like I'm in this like thing where I want to move all the furniture, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
it's perfect where it's at, but I'm just
Right.
like I can't keep seeing the same thing over and over.
Right.
every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to move some stuff around. I have that itch right now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, stuff will get moved around. I'll move pictures around all the time. I'll move furniture a little bit here and there, but yeah, I'm always doing it.
Yeah. Do you have a local artist that does your paintings for you?
Yeah, so Vanya Soto, she does most of the paintings for me.
Okay.
I don't know if you know her. Or
I-
had her
I-
on.
I
Yeah, she's a
don't.
local artist.
Okay.
She's awesome. So all the big works in the shop, she's done.
Okay.
And then there's
cool.
a couple like
really,
small
really
prints.
cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. She's
You
really
just tell her what you're looking, what you envision, and she
yeah,
paints it.
so the first two I did, the first bigger ones I did, I said, hey, this is what I want. And she spot on, was great. And then the next one that she's working on for me, I just told her, I was like, just surprise me.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what she's got in store. We'll see. Yeah.
You have that one up on the wall. They say it's the south wall by the windows.
Mm-hmm.
It's an older gentleman kind of holding a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that? I see Liam Nelson.
Everyone
when
says that.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
Liam Neeson or
Liam Neeson.
what's the guy's name? The old country singer that smokes weed.
Oh,
What's his name?
Willie Nelson?
Willie
Willie
Nelson.
Nelson. People
Really?
say that
I don't
too.
see Willie Nelson, but I
Yeah,
see Liam
no,
Neeson.
it's just literally, it's just like I saw it on Etsy one day, like a almost very similar painting of a older guy smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
And I told Vanya, I was like, hey, I want this, but make it look cooler.
Okay. That's
She
cool.
did it. Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite one in there.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, people are like, hey,
I
can
mean,
buy
that's the
that
first
from
thing.
you?
No, that's the first thing they see when they come walking in. Oh, you know what? You have a motorcycle there up at the entrance.
Yeah, we don't have it now. We're waiting
Oh.
for him to bring it back. So Hickory Union Auto, they were changing it out like every couple months.
Okay.
I need to hit him back. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah,
But
you're welcome.
Yeah, they normally just put a bike in there, just kind of for show, just kind
Okay.
of more promotion for their business too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very neat. Yeah.
So have you had anybody famous stop by?
Yeah, we've had a few people. Yeah, we get a lot of. So my rule is though, I'll tell you like they came in, but I won't tell you who they are
Okay.
because it's just one of those things like
That makes
like what happens there stays there.
They want to be private.
Mm-hmm. So we've had like quite a bit of like Chiefs players and Royals players come
Oh,
in,
good.
and a couple
Nice.
of like local big name actors come in.
cool.
But it
'Cause
it
by
doesn't
word
happen.
of mouth, they've heard about it
Yeah,
and they want to
yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, we've had our fair share of,
Oh,
of
good.
some good good people come in. Yeah, but it's one of those things, and they like it too, because like when like if someone like a bigger name comes in, like I treat them no different than anybody else. It's like and they love it, like because everybody there is like not bothering them, and they're like, this is awesome. Like yeah, because nobody like. We just are here to chill. Like we're not here to fanboy over, who's in there.
Right, yeah.
Not like framed pictures of everybody.
No, I'm not.
I feel like that's like a 90s thing.
I love Garozos, but I'm not putting a picture of everybody up on there. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I kind of found out when I saw DJ, or is it DJ? John's brother. Yeah. Because I watched him play basketball at K-State. Yeah. And then one day he was sitting in there. I'm like, oh shit, that's John's brother. Yeah. You know. And so I was like, man, I need to get him on. I need to get him to come in here. Surprised he hasn't done John's show or yours. Has he done yours?
No, I'm surprised he hasn't done John's show.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want me. Maybe he doesn't like John. Who knows? Well, speaking of the podcast, let's get into yours. How's the Strawberry Hill podcast doing?
It's good. I think we're almost at 70 episodes. I never thought I would have done that.
Done this many?
Yeah, I mean, when Eastside was like, "Yeah, you're this many," I'm like, "Jesus Christ, we've done a lot."
Right?
No, and I mean, I love doing it. I love talking to people, like coming. What you guys are doing here, I love it too. And it's just, get to know people, getting to hear the stories. I've always been, interested in talking to people. So it definitely helps being at a cigar shop because that's what we do all the time there. So now we're just putting a mic up and saying, all right, let's do this for real.
Let's record it, Mm-hmm. And you've so did you do this before? Did you have a podcast before you did the Strawberry?
I did. It was like 5 or 6 episodes. It was called Mike on the Mic, and there's probably 7,000 Mike on the Mic. So
yeah, I used to watch Mike on the Mic on ESPN.
Yeah, good luck finding it. Yeah. But no, I did it, and it was just like a web camera on my laptop that we set up, and I had just mics that I bought from Amazon, and it worked.
And then you invited nothing but people named Mike. So it was mics on the mics and mics and mics.
But no, I mean, I had just a few friends on, and I had Dave on. It wasn't nothing too crazy.
No, they're still out there?
What, the episodes?
The episodes?
So you can't find them because
good luck finding them.
Yeah.
They're there. But actually, if you, I think I posted it on my Facebook page, Mike on the Mic Facebook page. I think they're like
even had a Facebook page.
Yeah, man, I was serious.
So how long ago was this?
This was in 2021 or 2022.
Oh, okay.
Right before I left the sheriff's office, I was still doing it. But yeah, I mean, it then just got to the point where like I couldn't do it all myself. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I tried. We did like 4 or 5 episodes, and I was like, yeah, I need to probably professionally get this done because I can't do this.
Yeah.
So, and then Eastside came along, and I pitched him my idea of doing the Strawberry Hill podcast. And,
okay, so you pitched it to him. Okay.
So, because I wanted to get back into it, like I said, I love talking to people.
Yeah.
Love hearing their stories, like you guys. So.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and I've seen the guests that you've brought in. Not only do you that's how I met. Well, I can't say I met, but I met Devin Ashley there at the shop. He's promoting his cigars.
Yeah.
Then I saw he was on one of your episodes.
Yep.
And he was really cool. So, I talked to him, and that day I saw him. I talked to him. I said, hey, I got podcasts. Would you be interested? He goes, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, real cool guy. And then Espinoza. Yeah. Okay, is that his name, or is that the cigar brand, or?
Which one?
Oh,
Well, you talking about like the podcast one?
Yeah. The one that was on your one of your episodes.
Oh, so that was his name is Josh Bowling. He's a rep for Espinoza Cigars.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's really, really crazy, Mike, is I saw that episode and I saw Espinoza. I didn't put it together, but he looks just like somebody that I graduated with, and his last name was Espinoza.
Oh, really?
And I thought that's who it was. And this was before I got to watch and listen to your episode, and I was like, oh my God,
like,
this guy's doing cigars now.
Yeah.
And then I got to listen to him, like, oh wait, that's not him. Yeah. And then I saw him there also at the party, at the 2-year party. But yeah, that's cool stuff. So all your guests that you bring in, I like that you're helping everybody there on Strawberry Hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people from, like, I try to hit up as many businesses as I can at Strawberry Hill, but then I also bring in people that are outside of it that I just kind of want to talk to and hang out with. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Have you brought anybody from Slaps?
No, I actually reached out to him. We're trying to figure out a date right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still Still trying to get that.
Yeah, I'm
going.
trying to get some free food too. I'm like,
Right,
hey,
yeah.
bring some food for me. Let me test it out.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm actually waiting for. I have. You can see us on there. Smoked craft barbecue. Yeah, we've tried their barbecue. They did some burritos at a coffee shop, and really good. It was brisket and pulled pork, really good. I mean, I'm ready to try the sandwiches and the.
Yeah.
And if you would like to try a sandwich from them, they have a booth at Kauffman Stadium and Arrowhead.
Do they really?
Yeah, smoke.
Awesome.
Yeah, smoke craft barbecue. Yeah,
I'll have to try it.
yeah. Did you go a lot to any Chiefs games
Yeah, I had season tickets for a while until
okay.
Pat came and
and ruin it for you?
yeah. I mean, he didn't ruin it. He made it better, but
he made it better.
he
but
made the prices.
prices.
Yeah,
he made the price go
yeah.
up.
My
Yeah.
season tickets were $700 at the time.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, we were low level.
What are
row 20?
And that was how many? One ticket?
No, that was for the whole season.
But
One seat.
How many seats
I'm sorry,
did you
one
have?
seat or two seats?
Oh, we had we had a row of
a row.
no, we had like 6 or 7.
Oh, wow.
But
Okay.
I mean, they were $700 a piece.
Piece, yeah.
Yeah. Now those same tickets are like $3-4 grand.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
It's
shit.
crazy.
3-4 grand for the season. I was like, no,
Yeah.
thank you.
You sold at a good time.
I didn't even sell. That was a problem. Like because we got in, my buddy got them all for us, and then we just didn't renew. So someone else
so it
took
just lost it
Yeah.
like that.
We should have kept it, but
Yeah. You know, that's
it's a good thing. Hey, I'd like to see the
Yeah.
success. Better than the Cowboys.
Okay, so I have a question. Yes. Where does your wife fit in all of this?
I
In the
was-
cigar shop?
So
in
she-
the podcasting?
Yeah.
Does she?
She is like, how do I say? She's the one that runs the ship for everything back home. Allows me to do everything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so she doesn't smoke cigars and she doesn't really do anything with the podcast, but she takes care of everything at home and she still has a full-time job. So
okay.
kudos to her. Yeah, without her I couldn't do any of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no, big shout
a
out to
partner
her.
to have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Talking about, this is what's crazy is you have the shop going, you have the podcast going. How do you prepare yourself for your podcast?
Oh,
Is
so
it pretty simple for you?
yeah, I mean, I was a detective for a while, so I can
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I can look up people's info real quick. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, normally when I have a guest, I'll take the day before and I'll kind of just research as much as I can. And normally, like before I have the guest on, I already have like enough questions that I want to ask, and just to talk because like ours are only for an hour, and that hour goes like quick.
Right? They
Yeah.
do. They
So it's not too tough. And then most of the people I'm bringing on, either I know or I want to really get to know. So it's like
Okay.
I already have all these questions that I want to ask anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, when are you gonna come on?
You tell me.
All right.
You just
Okay.
give me the invite, and I'm ready to chill with the cigar in my
There you
hand
go.
and talk to you.
All right, we'll get you.
Yeah,
on.
that'd be fun.
We had to get those fake cigars for down here because the ones that you
Oh, yeah.
bought.
I do. Yeah, I do have some fake cigars that one day I brought out. I think I brought them out when was it Dave?
Yeah.
When Dave came in. Yeah, Dave, man, that's my hookup too, man. I buy a cigar and then I just hand it to him. He cuts it for
Oh, yeah.
me.
He'll do
He
everything
lights
for you.
it for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I still haven't mastered that light yet.
Yeah, we'll teach
Yeah.
you. We'll keep teaching
Yeah,
you.
and I keep watching Dave, but I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah. So, yeah, that's cool. Dave's a cool guy.
Dave's the best.
Yeah,
Uncle Dave's what we call him.
Uncle Dave. That's funny.
He had some good Renaissance Fair stories too. Like,
Yeah, he's
he
got
just
some.
had so
He's
many
got some
stories.
wild stories. Yeah.
That's funny. Do you listen much to podcasts or watch?
I do. Yeah. So I try to listen to. I listen to a lot of Rogan, and then I listen to a lot of like cigar podcasts,
Oh, okay.
like
so there's,
Cigar
there's-
Authority and stuff like that. They'll just talk about new stuff that's coming out and legislative stuff and just here and there stuff like what makes a lounge work, what doesn't. I
Okay.
mean, they're all over the map. But yeah, listen to them.
So just I mean to help you out, right? To-
Yeah.
I mean, I think I still do that with podcasts.
Mhm.
I'll watch you, see what you do. I'll watch
Yeah.
John. I'll watch. You got Shay
Yeah.
Shay, and you ever watch the Pivot podcast?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's a
I don't.
great
I
podcast.
haven't. I've seen more clips than I have watched the
actual
episode.
episodes?
Yeah, but yeah, the Pivot. Yeah, that's good. I hate that they broke up. because I forgot what it was called before.
Oh yeah, before the pivot. Yeah,
Yeah,
but see, I didn't even get to
I
listen
think it was
to.
I Am Athlete or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't get to listen to that that at that time. But one of their, I don't know if their one of their latest ones pretty good. They brought in the comedian Schultz,
Oh, Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz. Have you had a chance to watch it?
No, but I've seen some clips of it. Though.
So do you know what that whole thing is about?
I know
what
they were
happened?
kind of calling him out on some things.
Yeah, supposedly on one of Andrew's episodes, there was two black. I don't know if they were athletes or what, but they
chop
said
this story up because it's important. To
I know. They
context.
said I'm just going to try to remember. They said something, and then Andrew Schultz said something about black females, and they kind of laughed about it, and then. RC Ryan Clark did not like it, so he came out and said something about Schultz. So then they were going back and forth, and then so Andrew's like, you know what, we got to settle this. So, yeah, I mean, he's a comedian. He came in and he sat with them, and it was pretty good. It was like, damn, and that's how I learned. That's how I learned about that whole situation. But I thought it was funny that Schultz showed up in a nice tight suit. Because that's what Ryan Clark likes to wear. So right there, I'm like, damn, you're already going after. You're going after Ryan Clark. And Ryan Clark likes to wear these
RC thing, yeah.
And he had an AS.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he made it out of foil. I'm like, I say you're trying to get yourself out of a situation, but yet you're stabbing and the other guys were like looking at him like, okay, we got to hear what you're really about. And it's interesting. Yeah, so you get a chance, check that out.
Yeah.
I don't think he was trying to get himself out of any situation. I think he was trying to
it's just more views.
present his side of it and say, okay,
and
what's your actual opposition?
You know what drove me crazy is watching that, listening to it, and Andrew Schultz would say something, and he would be the only one to laugh. He would laugh at his own jokes, and the other three would just sit there like.
But did you laugh?
No, because I was like, they weren't funny jokes.
Yeah.
They were just very awkward moments. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you get a chance to check that out.
Yeah.
Did you watch his Shannon Sharp interview?
Yeah. Yeah.
You still have that opinion?
Yeah. All right, but before we end, Mike, I'm going to get into. I want to know what are Mike's favorites.
Uh-oh.
All right, so that should be pretty simple. Yeah. What's your favorite barbecue joint?
Slaps.
And what meal is it that you get there?
Burn-ins. Burn-ins, cheddar jalapeno sausage, fries, and then the cheesy potato salad.
That's your appetizer. Then what's your meal?
Shit.
Favorite cigar?
Favorite cigar.
That might be a
one
tough
I'm
one.
smoking.
Whichever one you're smoking is
Yeah,
your
because
favorite.
that's all on who you're with. And,
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's all about who you're with. That which makes it a good cigar or not.
Okay.
I mean, you got some shitty cigars out there. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
if you're smoking a cigar and you're with good people, 9 times out of 10 you don't even remember it.
cigar.
You're just having a good time. Good
Yeah.
cigar. Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time?
Godfather 2.
Yeah. Godfather 2.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big gangster movie guy.
Yeah.
Godfather 2 is phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite actor?
Daniel Day-Lewis and Denzel Washington. They're neck and neck.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Denzel. You like the Equalizers? Do you watch those?
Yeah, they weren't bad. I like old Denzel though. I don't like
Training Day Denzel.
Yeah, I don't like the new Denzel where they're trying to make him an action star. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Actually, I thought I read something about Black Panther. Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Make him the father?
I have no idea, but somehow his name had come up
Oh,
or something.
No, they need to chill out with that.
Yeah. Music genre.
Oh, I listen to everything. Everything. I even like I've never listened to country before, and my wife listens to it, my kids listen to it, so now I'm forced to listen to it. So I don't mind that, but I listen to everything. I legit listen to everything.
Yeah.
Like
Doesn't
I
matter
listen to
what it
jazz all day at work, and then I'll listen to rap when I work out, or some death metal or something. And I mean, I'm everywhere, all over the map.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yep. I like to say music makes the world go around. Man. You need music in your life. I wish we can have music in here now. Favorite song of all time?
Oof. I don't know about favorite song.
No.
I don't know what my favorite song would be. That's a tough one. I never thought about that. Shit, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
It's all right. Favorite grocery store?
Favorite grocery store? Price Chopper.
You have one near you?
Yeah, it's the one out in Parkville.
Okay.
I love Price Chopper. Yeah, everyone's all up at Hy-Vee. I'm like, give me a good Price
Yeah.
Chopper.
No, same here.
Yeah.
Price Chopper. Price Chopper.
Yeah, there's one in Bonner. That's all right, but I like the one in Parkville. Yeah.
Favorite season.
It would have to be the time before so it's like a two-parter.
Okay.
So it's like spring going into summer.
Like
so
kinda
where
now?
it's- Yeah, but like where it's not as hot, like not that hot, and then
Yeah.
because I don't like 110 degree heat.
Wasn't it a couple years ago or so that all of a sudden, I mean, we went from winter to
Oh,
bam.
shit, that's every year in Kansas.
Well, yeah. But like right now, we're in spring, right? Officially in spring, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, I had my big ass coat last weekend out watching a soccer game. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like giving gifts out. I'm a gift. I'm a gift gifter.
Nice.
Giver.
Gift
Yeah.
giver. Yeah. Decade.
Decade. Probably be the 90s.
Yeah.
Probably late 90s, early 2000s in that area. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Sport to watch.
Ooh. Football or boxing? I'm a huge boxing fan.
Okay.
So, yeah. Football, if it's Chiefs, that's the only
Oh, time you
football
watch
team,
football.
yeah.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I'll watch in other NFL teams, but Chiefs really, and then boxing. Yeah,
Like, I mean, would you watch if the Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl? Would you watch a Super Bowl?
probably not.
Really?
I
Just
don't know.
no-
It's just, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't have any interest in it, so it ain't like I'm paying attention to it.
Okay, yeah, but you'll still watch. Favorite beverage?
So I drink three things: water, bourbon, and wine. And I drink a ton of water. I don't drink a lot. Like, I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but if I
Okay.
do, it's either bourbon or wine.
Okay,
So those three.
nice. And the last one, favorite time of the day?
Favorite time of the day? Ooh. Right now, it's when I'm off work at home chilling. So that's like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
But yeah, guess that'd be it. Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. Yeah, those are some good times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you getting ready to go back to the shop now?
Yeah, I gotta go back to work.
All right, man. I won't keep you any longer.
No, you're good. This is my break.
Okay, there you go. But again, thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you on mine now.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want me by myself or if you want the crew.
It doesn't matter to me. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Cool.
Again, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you,
Man,
man.
this was fun.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Until next week, adios.